Maganda umaga po. Good morning, my dear brothers and sisters. Today we celebrate with joy the memorial of Saint Monica, the mother of Saint Augustine. In our gospel passage today, Jesus invites us to be ready, to be prepared, and to be vigilant. When we look at these three words, there is something that is very central to them, and that is the word waiting. When we look at the life of Saint Monica, we can identify her with what I call the three P's. In these three P's, we see the first P refers to her patience. This is a woman who waited and waited from the times Augustine was living a wayward life up until the time that he received his conversion. So, her life is a life of waiting, a life of patience. The second P refers to her persistence. This is a woman who refused to give up, even when she saw that Augustine was losing it, but she refused to give up. Everywhere Augustine went, she went with him. And this brings me also to the final P, which is her prayer life. This is a woman who got connected to God always and always and always, because in prayer we are established into a communion with God. So this is where the strength of this woman came, that she was able to continuously pray for her son Augustine, and she never gave up. In Matthew chapter 24 verse 45, which is part of our gospel passage today, Jesus said that blessed is that servant who has been appointed to distribute food to his fellow servants, and he does it at the appointed time. Saint Monica is that servant. Saint Monica recognized herself as that servant. Saint Monica was very responsible and faithful in distributing what God has entrusted to her to share with her family. Of course, let us remember that she shared her life, she shared her patience, she shared everything that she had to make sure that all her children were connected to Christ. She was able to distribute love to St. Augustine and his siblings. Why do I say so? When you look at what St. Monica taught St. Augustine, we will see clearly that she distributed what I call love as an acronym. She taught him how to love the Lord, how to be loyal to the Lord. She taught him how to be obedient to the Lord. She taught St. Augustine how to be virtuous. She taught St. Augustine how to be ethical, or she encouraged him. When you look at the things I have shared, it is the acronym LOVE. So every woman, every parent should distribute love to the children. Every family should be a family where love is distributed. And this is one thing we learn from the life of Saint Monica, that as a mother, as a woman, as a Christian, we should not give up on anyone, but we should be patient, be persistent, and continue to pray for one another, because one day the Lord will give that gift of repentance to that person. We may think that the person is unchangeable. Today, as we celebrate the memorial of Saint Monica, I want to pray for all the mothers, especially those mothers whose children are very stubborn. Those mothers who cry every day because of the actions, because of the immoral life of their children. I pray for you today that as you kneel down and pray, that God will listen to your prayer, that God will change your children, that God will reform them, that God will give them the grace of repentance, that they will change and begin to do the will of God, that they will change and begin to bring happiness to you. No longer will your children break your heart, but all your children, they shall become blessings to you and your entire family. And remember that you are blessed to bless.